Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, we're going to be looking at some interesting news in regards to Xavi, Man United in particular, because according to certain reports, Man United have had some interest in Xavi, and we are going to be talking about that. And as well, in the video, we're gonna be talking about Sergio Roberto, what is in hold in his future, and then as well, we're gonna be talking about Ansu Fati as new reports have come out regarding the Barcelona youngster. But guys, before we get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all of my social media platforms. Make sure to check me out over there. That way, you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. Alright guys, let's get straight into the video and let's talk about Xavi and Manchester United, because according to a report from Roberto and from other reports such as Sport, Manchester United were very keen on Xavi Hernandez. Since things aren't working so great with Eric Ten Hag, and a potential short list, to become the new Manchester United coach, Xavi was on that list. And as you guys know, in the previous video a couple weeks ago, I talked about how Xavi was actually in the short list of Ajax, managerial candidates. He was also on that short list. But since Xavi has continued as the Barcelona coach, Man United obviously can no longer go for Xavi. And it's very interesting to see, that both Ajax and Manchester United, they're eyeing up Xavi as a potential replacement for their coaches. And at the start, from the get-go, if Xavi didn't continue at Barcelona, the sentiment was that that Xavi was going to take a year off, sort of like a hiatus, just like Jurgen Klopp is doing. And it's funny enough, actually, Liverpool, they just announced their new coach. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but that's also to keep in mind. So something interesting. But also, there was no negotiation between Manchester United and Xavi's entourage, but Manchester United, they did have some interest in Xavi. But that's very interesting, guys. I wanted to bring you that quick piece of news. And now moving on, I'm going to be talking about Sergi Roberto, because Sergi Roberto's, this topic is a little bit, I would say, 50-50 in regards to the Barcelona fan base. A lot of Barcelona fans, they have some mixed opinions about Sergio Roberto. A lot of Barcelona fans, they think, hey, it's time for him to go. A lot of Barcelona fans think, hey, he can still offer something to the club. And according to a report from Mundo Deportivo, Girona, who's, we are going to be playing in a couple of weeks, in order to clinch that second place spot, they have an interest in Sergio Roberto, but at this point in time, they will only sign Sergio Roberto if he leaves Barcelona as a free agent. Now, if you guys don't know, Sergio Roberto's contract ends in the summer, this summer, and Barcelona, they are negotiating with Sergio Roberto, especially knowing that Xavi's continuing as a manager. Xavi has shown his interest in Sergio Roberto time and time again, and so they would be, inclined to keep Sergio Roberto, but the conditions for the contract renewal would be a one-year renewal with a low salary. And Girona, they are offering him a longer contract and a little bit more. But guys, what do you guys think that Sergio Roberto should do? Should he stay at Barcelona? Should he go to Girona and say, hey, you know what? I think my time at Barcelona is coming to an end. It's time to pass the torch, pass the mantle to someone else. What do Barcelona do? Do they insist on keeping Sergio Roberto, knowing that Xavi wants him, or do you say, hey, Girona, they want Sergio Roberto, take him off our hands? What do you guys make of that? But now, guys, lastly, guys, I want to be talking about Ansu Fati, because there have been some updates in regards to his future. Now, in a report, according to Sport, they have said that Ansu Fati is feeling more hungry than ever to succeed at Barcelona. Now, if you guys don't know, Ansu Fati right now, he's currently on loan at Brighton. He's had a couple of injuries. He hasn't had a particularly great season. He hasn't exploded onto the Premier League, but he has shown some moments of brilliance here and there. He's currently second string to Mitoma. But Ansu Fati, he's still keeping in contact with everyone at the club. He's with the players, with Xavi, with the entourage. He's watching the Barcelona games and everything like that, and he's making sure to keep up to date with everything in Barcelona. And he's working extremely hard to be there for Barcelona in the preseason, to be at 100% in order to show Xavi his top level, and to see if he can be of use to the team. And that's very interesting, guys, because a ton of reports they said that Barcelona, they're looking to sell Ansu Fati just straight up. They're not looking to keep him. They're not looking for loans. They're looking to sell him. But this current report from Sport is saying Ansu Fati, he still wants to give it a go at Barcelona. And according to Ryan Taylor, Roberto De Zerbi said this in regards to Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati is a big, big talent. I don't know. I have to speak with Tony, the sporting director of Brighton, scouts and recruitment team. Then I will speak to Ansu Fati. And this is all in regards on whether he'd like to spend more time working with Ansu Fati. And that was his response. And so there you guys have it. Roberto says, "Hey, I don't know. I have to talk with the higher ups on whether we can keep Ansu Fati, because obviously we have to negotiate with Barcelona." And Roberto, he has said in the past that he believes Ansu Fati to be a sleeping giant. But guys, that was it for the Barcelona news of the day. It was relatively a quick video. Didn't really have much to talk about. But what do you guys make of that interesting report from Rovello talking about Manchester United's interest in Xavi? Do you guys think that Manchester United keeping or having Xavi as a manager would be a good move? And then as well, what do you guys make of Sergio Roberto's and Ansu Fati's future? What would happen to Sergio Roberto, and what should Barcelona do with Ansu Fati? Should they keep him for that preseason, work with him and see what we can do, and potentially keep him? Or should Barcelona say, hey, you know what, we've seen your top level, you're not there, the injuries, they just can't come back, let's just move on? What would you guys do? But guys, as always, thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Peace.